My name is Alan and I will be your guide. Other videos on our channel cover the basics of using the Night Trainer Pro, so I will move quickly into today's drill. This drill is being created for a badminton enthusiast in San Jose, California, whose focus is on singles and who trains on his own with the Night Trainer Pro. Each session of this drill will use a full carousel and run for about 11 minutes. Decided in advance by the player or coach, the drill either focuses on hitting drops and net shots or uses the same feeding from the KTP to focus on hitting clears. The goal is to learn to return everything to a preset zone from anywhere on the court while under pressure, confidently and consistently. The player who masters these drills will take that confidence into competitions. This is also an excellent fitness workout. For training with shots to the net, the player must return everything with a quality drop or net shot to the player's right net, basically landing in front of the KTP. For training with clears, the player must return everything as a clear to the back corner of the court behind the Night Trainer. Shots that don't go to those target zones or that don't cross the net count as misses. I believe that to be a better competitor, you have to be competitive about training. Therefore, the player should record the number of missed shots from session to session and work to reduce errors to zero. For simplicity from this point on, I'm going to talk about the drill as if the intention is to return everything to the net. Let's now choose to create a new drill, clicking on the New button. For this drill, I will place the Night Trainer near a sideline instead of on the center line. One advantage is that the player reacts here to actual straight and cross-court shots, different from the trajectories of shots originating from a Night Trainer on the center line. I prefer that the name of the drill includes the heightened position. So here we go. Here I am entering those parameters onto the new drill screen. Distance from the net, I've chosen as 7. Machine height, I've chosen as 6. And distance from the left boundary, I have chosen as 2. To run the same drill focused on the player's left side, you can create a new drill with that location, or use this drill's feeding while specifying a different target zone. Now we're on the court. Before I start creating shots, I want to point out that my version may have shots that you don't want to include, or you may have ideas for shots that you want added. One of the beauties of working with the Night Trainer Pro is that you can easily make any of the changes that you want. Also remember that with the new adjustment table, you can very easily choose any of the shots one by one for repeated practice. This is a great way of improving returns of any shot that proves troublesome for a player. We want the shots to be easy enough that the player can get to all the shots. We are not trying to beat the players. We just want to wear them out. As they improve, you can start to tighten things up to raise the level of difficulty. Here are the shots that I've chosen. A straight net shot. We'll tweak this a little bit by adjusting the tilt and the speed. And there we go. We have a net shot that should be easily returnable. We've named it, so let's click OK. Next, we want a straight drop shot. Right, drop, 3. OK. Here, we want to drive. R, drive, 3. This shot may be exactly what we want. We'll find out later when we actually test on the court. So I'm just clicking OK to that one. And then finally, on this side of the court, we want right, clear, 3. In this case, we definitely need more of an angle, and we need much less speed to bring the shot into the court. And there you go. That should be our clear, subject to later testing. Click OK on that. Next, we're going to put a clear on the opposite side of the court, the player's left. We cannot use the mirror function here because the Night Trainer is positioned on the side of the court. So I'm just making a brand new shot, and it's going to be left, clear, 3. Click OK and move on to the next shot. We want to have a cross-court drop. So I will call this left drop, 3. Next, we want a cross-court drive. Adjust the tilt a little bit. And again, we'll see this on the court. Now for the net shot. Okay, 2 more shots to go. We're going to use a net shot in the middle as an indication to the player of a change in the drill, as you'll see. So I'm just going to put this here as center net and give it some height. Okay, to that one. And as a finishing shot representing an endpoint in the drill, we're going to create just a loose shot along the center line, not too far from the short service line. We want it to come back just past the short service line, so that should be about it. And okay on that. With these shots created, let's start adding them to the playlist. We begin by creating chances to practice drop shots and net shots with 12 repetitions for each of 4 shots. So we're going to put into the playlist the right side drop shot, and we're putting it in twice for a reason that'll become clear in a moment. It doesn't matter if it's the first shot or not because the 2 shots are the same. And then we're going to put in the right clear, and we're going to put it in again. Next, we're going to come over to the player's left and insert the drop shot twice and insert the clear twice. The first drop shot gets an 8-second interval, and the second drop shot is going to get an 11-shot loop. Therefore, after an 8-second period, if you will, the player receives the right drop, and on a 2.5-second interval receives 11 more right drops, all of which he is going to return with net shots. Similarly, 8 seconds before the first right clear, it's a loop of 11, so he'll have a total of 12 practices. Then we move to the left side, 8 seconds, loop of 11, and then for the left clear, again, 8 seconds, and then loop of 11. These are not for warm-up, but for serious practice, returning these shots to the target zone. Now we add the shots for full court feeding, also all to be returned to the target zone. The player's goal will be to return everything as a drop shot or net shot to the player's right-hand corner of the net. The first shot after a 10-second delay will be the net shot to the middle of the net. This will alert the player that the random shots are about to begin. I'll change the interval later, otherwise all the following shots will get the same 10-second delay as we enter them. Note that if you want any shot fed more often in the random selection, just add that shot extra times into the group. The more often a shot is in a group, the more often it will be randomly selected. Now let's add the random shot ingredients. Just moving around the court. And for fun and illustration purposes, I'll put in that cross-court clear an extra time, so it'll turn up a little bit more often in the random selection. Now it's a good time to go back up to that center net shot and create the delay of 10 seconds before that shot is played. Let's go over to our random shot ingredients. We'll select them all the way down to the bottom. We're going to put them into a group. Next, we're going to make that group repeat 38 times with a 38-time loop. And after that, by clicking on the loop end line, we will add that loose shot on the center line before restarting the random section of the drill. The random section of the drill is going to run 5 times. This time we're going to capture the center net shot that starts it, and that's where there's a 10-second break for the player. We're going to loop this 5 times. And we can see now that the shots in the drill will be 248, and the drill duration will be 11 minutes and 19 seconds. In all, the players will have 48 practice shots, followed by 5 sets of 40 shots. I hope you found this interesting and even learned a few new things. If you would like to receive the version of the drill that we have just created here, please drop us an email and we will send it to you. Remember, though, that you should test the shots with your own night trainer and on your own court just in case some shot adjustments are necessary before using the drill. Thanks for watching. Please send in your questions or suggestions. Bye for now.